There it is. Okay. There I am. Good morning, Andy. Hi, hi, hi. I woke up around 6:30. Yeah. It's a bit gloomy out today. It's been the weather has been so odd. um it's just been like four like 4 days of hot and then jump to 2 to 3 days of cold and rain. And it's quite exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. Fantastic. Um if if my voice sounds odd, it's because I'm congested and I've got a cough. Nothing terrible. It's just my nephew is living with us right now and he goes to daycare, which makes him like a petri dish of sickness. And yeah, I caught it from him. I am going to mute my mic for a second so that I can blow my nose because I don't think you guys need to hear that. Thank you. um, it is what it is. I feel like it's worth it because I do love having my nephew around. Um, but yeah, it's been a second since I've seen you, and I have so much to talk about. um, for example, at the beginning, hi Mark. I didn't have one in March. That was my mistake because I miscalculated when I was gone. Um, because the last week of March, or the last weekend in March, and then the first weekend in April, I was doing a bunch of wedding stuff because I was a bridesmaid in one of my friends. Oh my god, what is happening? Sorry, the lighting, I think it's because of all the cloud cover. The lighting changed and it made me look so weird for a second. What are we doing? Regulate yourself. Um, Thank you, Mark. Uh, so yeah, the last weekend in March, I went on like a bachelorette weekend, and then the next weekend was the wedding, and it did go well. Look, this is my bouquet. It's a bunch of like baby's breath and these really pretty butterflies. Um, it did go well. I gave a speech, a toast. Um, it was quite a large wedding party. Hi, Torsten. Um, it was quite a large wedding party. So, for the like speech portion, there were 3 groomsmen who were giving toasts, and then um, my friend had 2 maids of honors, or one was technically a matron of honor, but whatever. 2 maids of honor, and then me give a toast, since I've known her the longest. And it was a little nerve-wracking. Like when I was sitting down, because it's my first time doing something like that. I've never, she's my first friend to like, well, she's not my first friend to get married, but she's the first friend who's ever asked me to do something like that. And I've spoken in front of people before, so that really wasn't like my hold up, even though it's been a while since I've spoken in front of a large crowd. But I like felt a little more confident about that. It was more about sitting down and writing it and also just like I was worried about getting emotional while I was speaking, and I did. I did very much get emotional. Um, I think my toast in terms of writing turned out well, um, and everyone told me that it sounded good. But I literally, so I get up there, and I'm the last person to go out of the 6 people. So I get up there and I start speaking, and I was like 3 sentences in to my toast, and my voice cracks, and I can feel myself starting to tear up. So I'm like holding the microphone, and I turn around away from the crowd, and I go, "Oh my god, I didn't think I was gonna get emotional that quickly." And then everyone started laughing, right? And it was a good time. And I was concerned because my voice just like was cracking, and like you could hear that I was on the verge of crying basically for my whole speech. And so I was worried that like my words weren't clear enough for the audience. Like I knew the bride could hear me, which is technically the only thing that matters. Um but then after I was done, I asked some of my friends who were like further back in the room in terms of like tables, and they were like, "No, like we could totally understand everything you were saying. You did great." And I was like, "Okay, good. Okay, good." Yeah, I know. They say it's normal to get that emotional, and I prepared myself for that, but I just didn't think it would happen so fast. You know? Like I when I was asking the other two who were giving speeches, I was like, "How long is yours? Like, what should I be aiming for?" Like, um, I'm thinking like 2 minutes tops, because I know that people get tired, of speeches. They just want to move on to whatever's next. Um, and then theirs were like longer. And then I timed myself for mine, and I was like, I'm like just under 2 minutes, but with me possibly getting emotional, it should probably be fine. And I was right. I think overall I'm happy with how it went. Um I didn't fall at all or trip as I was walking up and down said aisle in heels that I haven't worn in years. um and the dresses look nice. Hi George. Yes, Nadia does have a car again. She's okay. Um oh, what did she name this car? I forgot. We like to name our cars, so that's she's already got like stickers and stuff on it. Um yeah, I we had our hair and makeup done by like professionals. And I think when I was explaining my hair to the girl, I did not I didn't explain it right, because I was talking about my longer pieces of bang that like aren't as long as my hair, and I was like, "Oh, I've got these weird pieces, they need to be blended in." But then she blended like all of my bangs in. So I wasn't I wasn't prepared for that. And I just couldn't, like every picture I took of myself, I was like, like I don't really like this. The only picture of my makeup and like hair close up that I liked, I'm making a stupid face in it. Like it was a joke in, I forget if it's brighter or low. So I'm making like a face. No, lower. That's what it is. Oh, too low. Okay. So that you can see I've got like fake eyelashes on and stuff. Why? Um I have a weird serious face in this as well, but my hair was nice and curly and down. So yeah, I just didn't take too many pictures of like myself. Um Granted, I'm not the point, right? It's a wedding. And I wasn't getting married. We had 2 different color of dresses. I had the darker dress. Oop, there's me. My boyfriend standing behind me. Yeah. Mhm. It was nice. It was nice that like um we got to first pick light and dark, like which color, and then she was fine with whatever style of dress we were comfortable with. So I felt very comfortable in my outfit. Thank you. Maybe I'll upload the picture of like the full length one that my sister took. Um yeah, on Patreon because but that's just so you know that's why I didn't. I think Nadia has our photo booth pictures too. That I'll probably upload onto Patreon as well. But that, I did that. I have lots of things to say about the Bachelorette weekend as well, which was the weekend prior. Um, but I'm just yapping away because I haven't seen you guys. So I haven't had a chance to yap at you. But I'm I should watch something so that I can once again blow my nose and like sip on something because I can feel it in my throat. So what did you say? Okay. She performed a new song. Did you film it? Perform new original Princess of Ruins. I know, so much to get caught up with. What's going on with all of y'all? What's new? Oh. Tell me, since I haven't seen you, um, what what is your favorite memory from March? And I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second while you guys send me that so that I can blow my nose. I mean, um, it's because I don't want you. I feel like you don't need to hear me blow my nose. If the visual is not good, tell me, and I will also turn the camera off for the next time. Okay. Okay, good. So there's nothing new with me loving the retired life. That's good. I'm glad. Well, but some people get really bored. So I'm glad that you are happy. Have you started any fun new hobbies in retired life? Big Angie fan. Princess of Ruins. Oop. Let's see if that's enough or if I have to add like Vegas or something. Got it. Multi-camera edit? Dang. Ah! Sorry, dropped my phone. Which has the chat. Da, 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 da. Work is very slow at the moment. I've had more days off than I have worked. We went on the Rock and Romance cruise and the Flower Power cruise back to back in March. Same boat, so we kept the same room on the ship. Ooh, that's fun. Had a great time and chatted with many artists. Time rushes so fast lately. I mean, last week was Easter and 2 weeks ago it was Christmas. Next week is summer. I know. Although it doesn't even feel close to summer right now. Let me check the temperature. It is currently 58 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. Have a chance of rain in the afternoon, like 4 p.m. ish. I'm easily entertained. That's good. Because I work with like quite a few older people, and it's always interesting to hear what they sort of do. Sorry if you hear that, that's my nephew. crying and also pushing one of those rolly things down the hallway. Apparently both things are true right now. um oh, my face. So I like talking to them about their hobbies because they're always interesting. I have one coworker who, when she's not at work, one of the things her and her wife like to do is watch pro wrestling. No, not pro wrestling. Sumo wrestling. They watch sumo wrestling. And like, I texted her on her birthday because it happened to be a day that we weren't working, and I was like, "Oh, happy birthday!" Da, da, da. And she goes, "You won't believe it. My wife got me um, third row seats to the sumo finals and blah blah." It was just so funny, you know. The Warning has 3 new songs since your last stream. Angelina posted a 60-minute video celebrating her first 10 years as a performer. That's crazy. Okay. Should stop my yeah, sumo wrestling. Like wait, let me check cuz I think I still have the message because I was surprised that it wasn't that far. Yeah. She was like, "My wife got us tickets to the US Sumo Open in May and we'll be sitting on the floor." It's just so funny. Okay. I should watch something so that I don't keep yapping. Also, these glasses are new, but also not, in the sense that I have definitely had this style before, but I just got them yesterday. So, just a note. Um Angelina Jordan, Princess of Ruins, live in Las Vegas. Oh my god, my face. Okay. Multi-camera edited. Crazy. Oh, I should make sure. Why would this start me at 3 minutes into the video? The heck is wrong with you, YouTube? You're so weird. Okay, sorry. Putting it back to the beginning. Making sure the audio works before I turn my audio off. Okay, good. That's strange. It sounds normal. What? Oh, I see. It's me. It skipped some frames. I was like, everything's fine here, but that's not true. That's not true. Okay. Can't make out anything. Is it going to be normal now that I've paused it? I'm nervous to like keep I'm nervous to keep going. I saw that there was some dropped frames. And you know, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I'm so still skipping. Oh my god. Hmm. I was gonna say I wish I could show you what kind of notifications I get, but I can. It's just gonna look funny. Okay. Oh no, that's not gonna. Not for the best. We're skipping a lot. Whoa. Taking a video of what I'm seeing. What on earth? Okay. Too long between streams. Yeah, I do have the quality lowered to 360, so it is pretty low. Um, but but I feel like I shouldn't be surprised that it's not working, because ever since um, my brother and sister-in-law are staying here, and they work from home sometimes. My sister-in-law most of the time, but my brother sometimes. And I've noticed since they've been here, the internet has been a lot worse. And I think it's just too many devices in one house. Because my Hulu stopped working on my phone. Like if I try to do that on my app, it's like error, blah blah blah. And now our TV's started doing stuff like that too. Hmm. Originally, I only bought tickets for Angelina's late show in Vegas. Ended up going to both shows. Another angel had seats in the second row for me to buy for the early show. Wow. Um. So I have some thoughts. I was gonna say, I promised you guys that I was gonna do 2 streams this month because I missed last month. Um. My next stream will be after they move out. And I don't know if that's truly the reason. I'm just saying that it might be. Um and if it is, hopefully the internet will be more cooperative. Um so I'm sorry about that, but if I can make something happen, I'll make it happen. That's what I'm that's all I'm going to say for that. Um I'm thinking through thinking through a few things. Maybe a mess system that replaces your router and allow you to have Wi-Fi in more places in the home. Yeah. Right now, I'm just thinking about filming a reaction for that Angelina. You know, just like a straight up video reaction. That which I haven't done in ages. Moving you guys closer here. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, technical upgrades. Oh. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, okay. Yeah. I don't want to make promises because I feel like when I do that, I overthink it and I stress myself out. So, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to look at my schedule for this coming. It's just a little bit easier this month because we've taken off this month and next month of our podcast so that we can, like, you know, take a break, get caught up. Oh my god. Huh? Sorry, my boyfriend just sent me a screenshot. He's doing his taxes. It's tax season. I hope you guys have in the states. I hope you've all done your taxes. Um, Half of 2023. I feel like the answer is yes. These are questions I need to ask my mother. We had a great show with the eclipse on April 8th. First time seeing a full eclipse. Now I understand why people travel to see a full eclipse. Your current voice reminds me of that one episode of Friends when Phoebe suddenly sounded sick. Good singing because she was sick. Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay. He's really stressed about this. So give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm going to ask my mother this tax question. My mother is an accountant, so that would be why I ask her these questions. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh no, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Ha. I don't have to worry about that until the end of June and October. Yeah, but also in Australia, they give you your, like, you don't have to calculate them, right? Okay, wait. I'll be right back. You'll hear my door open and close. I'm back. I was right. I figured I was right. Oh my god. Falling. Okay. Okay. No one knew the warning? Sorry. Stream halftime due to taxes. The warning at the moment really gaining traction on Billboard. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, my taxes are done. But it's not a flex. Because as I just said, my mother does them. But I was right. I can answer my boyfriend and tell him that it is yes. God, my... It does sound... What does Phoebe even sing in that one? Why can't I remember the cat song? It's like smelly cat. She's all like, smelly cat. Oh. So, let me tell y'all, since I'm gonna... Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, it depends on how much you like me yapping away. I'm gonna be yapping because I'm too nervous to do, too nervous to try watching another video because it seems like it's fine. I'm gonna be okay. Okay. So, the Bachelorette weekend. We spent it in Hermosa Beach, which is a very lovely beach in California. And we like rented an Airbnb house that was like right on the beach. It was literally front door, step, beach. Like, very impressive. Very interesting house. When I walked in, I was just like, this house, despite the fact that it's definitely older, like older than Airbnb, it felt like it had been built specifically for Airbnb. So that was weird. But hi, Ron. We're having so many technical difficulties, so I'm just yapping away to now talking about the Bachelorette weekend I went on in Hermosa Beach. But it was it was one of the weekends, like this weekend, where it's like cold and rainy. So we couldn't really like enjoy the beach part too much. Like, it didn't rain profusely during the day, but definitely during the night. And yeah, so the first night, Friday night, is the night that we went out to like bars and stuff, which was the night that I was the most nervous about because I'm just really not that kind of person. I can, have fun and dance and all that. But the idea of being around that many like strangers and dancing is not like my vibe. I'm more of like a drinking while playing board games at home sort of girl. But anyway, it was for the bride, and I was going to do my best to either have a good time or look like I was having a good time because I was not going to let her think I wasn't. Thankfully, I did have a good time. We got a lot of attention because we were wearing matching shirts that said all the bridesmaids had purple shirts that said batch of the 90s, and then my friend who was the bride, it said bride of the 90s. We went to 2 different bars. We went to a really nice restaurant for dinner, and it was great. And then it was like about to be midnight, right? And then I'm sitting outside on a like terrace at the bar that we're at, and it has a covering, but I start to hear rain coming down, and I'm like, oh my god, it's starting to rain. And we had walked from the Airbnb to the downtown area because it was like a 15-minute walk when you're doing it kind of leisurely. And I was like, oh no. And so we, the bride was on the dance floor and I wasn't entirely sure where. So I go looking for her to tell her that, like, hey, it's starting to rain. And by the time I find her, I dance a little bit more. And then I tell her, like, hey, it's raining. What do you want to do? Because, I mean, obviously, I wasn't going to force her to leave in that moment. But she was like, oh my God. Like, anyway, so we like leave out of said bar and it's definitely raining now. And there was quite a few of us. So half of us decided to get an Uber, even though it was literally less than a mile, the walk. And then the other half walked back. The other half being myself, the two maids of honor, the bride's cousin, one of the bridesmaids, and the bride. So we walked back. So I walked in the rain from the bar back to the Airbnb. And I was like, well, at least it's a funny story. We get to say that we walked back in the rain for the bachelorette. So that was fun. The second day, we did try to go to the beach for a little while. And that was, it was cold. It was so cold. It didn't rain, but it was cold. And we all had, the theme was something blue on the beach. We were the something blue, so we all had like blue bathing suits, while the bride obviously had a white bathing suit. And we did what we could. And then we went back to the house. We watched movies. And that night was going to be our like game night, drinking and game night, which is exactly, more my vibe. And the bride had asked if I would do tarot readings throughout the night, which was exciting. I get a little nervous reading for people because I don't have everything like memorized, but I feel like I make up for it in the way that I convey the message. And so far, that's what everyone has told me. They're like, oh no, you're such a great reader. I got exponentially more nervous when one of the girls was like, oh yeah, we had a really bad reading when we were in New Orleans. Like, I did not like that reader at all. She was like so fake. And I was like, oh God, like what if she doesn't like the way I read? But thankfully she did. So we did that. I got pretty drunk, but thankfully I was counteracting every single drink I had with like copious amounts of Gatorade. So I woke up the next morning and I was fine, but that could also be because I'm still in my 20s. I'm really nervous for like when I'm in my 30s. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good about going back and forth. Yeah, it was really fun, all girl weekend. And then I left. This is what's crazy. There was a lot of us. I forgot to mention there was like 12 of us total in this house, so it was very fun. And every one of Valeska's friends was very nice. Sorry, the bride's friends were really nice. And I had a great time. I had to leave the bachelorette weekend early. Not super early, I just didn't go to brunch on the Sunday. Because I thought it was in my drawers right here, so that's why I opened my drawer. Because me and Nadia had tickets to a concert that were VVIP. So that meant that it was for a K-pop group called Just B. Just and then the letter B. And that meant we got to get into the venue first over VIP and general admission. Get into the venue first. Get a goodie bag. Get into a fan sign, which is basically like you walk up down the row to each member and have them sign either the album they were giving us or the postcards. And a picture with the group. And then high touch after the show, which is a K-pop thing. It was the first time me and Nadia had ever done something like that. And it was very nerve-wracking at first. um like when we did the fan sign part was first. When I was with each member, I was so nervous that I basically stuck to, like, are you excited for the show? Are you enjoying the weather? And then for my favorite member, I was like, you're my bias. um but yes, that's exactly how you say it, Andy. um so if you follow me on Instagram, which I think pretty much everyone in this room does, you saw my picture with that group, which is this one. Oop, there it is. So good. They were so sweet and so nice, and their show was phenomenal. They put on a great show. Me and Nadia enjoyed ourselves very much. We have a TikTok on our K-pop stuff, but I think Nadia posted it on her regular story if you had seen it. Um, of us just like going crazy at this event. So we got our group photo, and then after the show, I was much less nervous to do high touch in K-pop. Bring them some snacks. So, in K-pop, there's this concept called high touch, and it's exactly, you do it exactly how it sounds: high and then touch. So it's either like sort of like a high five, or sometimes the idols will, close hands. So then you're just like this, right? You're holding hands. So as I went to each member, I told them something about the show or like whatever that I really enjoyed. And I felt much more confident, and it was very cute. And my favorite, one of my biases, did the closed hand things. So I got to hold hands with my bias, which was crazy. We had a great time. We were so stoked, me and Nadia. It had been a long time since me and Nadia had that much fun at a show, because we had realized that we were becoming like, it felt like the amount of concerts we were going to and the amount of prep that went into going to them and getting ready for them and making content while we were at them, it was starting to feel kind of clinical. So going to that and having such a different experience from a regular concert where we were interacting with the artist so much, it was just so much more fun and meaningful. And yeah, just a great experience to have as me and my sister. My favorite concert buddy. Huh. So that was a crazy weekend. That weekend, that last weekend in March, I really had a lot of new experiences, both as like an adult with friends, being in a bachelorette party, and as a K-pop stan, because I've been a K-pop stan for 7 years now, 7 or 8, and that was so new. And it's rare to have new experiences after that long, Um, yeah. So that was great. That's my spiel. Um, and then that next weekend, of course, the wedding, and that was my first time being in a wedding. I had started to get the cough that I have now, so that was kind of a lot. But obviously, when I woke up and I had a cough on the day of the wedding, I was like, ugh. So then I tested, make sure it wasn't COVID. It's not. And then I got to be in the wedding. And now your immune system is like, I need a break. You take care of your health on your own. Yeah, that definitely, and that's the reason I'm like giving myself so much grace with this, mess, because it was a lot. It was 2 weeks of a lot. And I was very stressed, and I was working, and I was, it was it was a lot. Who was the bride of the wedding? My friend Valeska, who has been my friend since I was 3 and she was 5, so she's 2 years older than me. I'm gonna pause my mic. I think I have a cute picture. Let's see, shared. There's a really cute picture of Valeska when we're in the bridal suite at the venue and she's about to pop the champagne. Oop. Oh my god. Why can't I get this right today? Ta-da! Cute. Do I have one of her, just her in her wedding dress? I do not. I have pictures of her with other people in her wedding dress, but I don't want to, show other people. Her and her husband are really into Bob's Burgers. That's like their thing. Look at how cute. They had Bob's Burgers artwork done, and then like they're in it with it. It was at where the guest book was. Yeah, I do think you guys have met her before. She has probably been in vlogs. And then she's on my Instagram sometimes. So, yeah, we've been friends for a very long time. 24 years. Or almost 25. Almost 25 years. And yeah, I felt very honored to be a part of her bridal party, to be asked to give a toast. No one asked me, well, not a lot of people. I think I only had like 2 people ask me why I wasn't a maid of honor, and I was like, because me and Valeska, I did something. Sorry. I accidentally pinned one of Andy's messages. I was just trying to brighten up my phone and I did that. Okay. Yeah, I had some friends ask me, and I was like, well, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because we're close, and we've always been close, but we're also family friends versus the 2 who were her maids of honors. Those are friends that she made in high school. So I've also known them since I was like in middle school. Oh, that's right. She has dropped into one of the live streams to chat. Yeah, she's great. So yeah, and then she also knows that I've always been really hesitant about being a part of bachelorette parties because as I grew up, I was like, wow, they are a lot of responsibility. So I think that totally makes sense, and I'm not offended, and I still felt very special and very included for her whole wedding. Yeah, I had a great time, and I met great people. My toast to her, I have it written down. Here it is. Should I just read it to you guys? Read it in a time where I probably won't cry again. Hopefully I don't cry again. Okay. So, this is the toast that I gave at the wedding. I was going to say pretend I have a microphone. I literally have a microphone. Silly me. Okay. Hi, I'm Camille. I've known Valeska since I was 3 and she was 5, which means I've had the perfect role model for 24 years and counting. How did I get so lucky? I could talk for hours about how much I learned growing up watching Valeska do things first, but I'm here for a tight 2 before we dance the night away, so you can ask me those details later. Instead, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for being a golden friendship. Everything about you shines brighter than the sun. Your love and support go farther than the sun's longest rays. Your loyalty never fails to rise for your friends. Oh, I'm going to cough. Sorry. Your positivity keeps everyone near you warm through every trial they may face. Good Lord. I didn't cough the whole stream. I thought I was going to make it. Where was I? Your positivity keeps everyone near you warm through every trial they may face. Somehow, I know that if I see your smile, even for one moment, I can do anything. I'm sure everyone in this room would agree. That's why I know you will be a golden wife, and her husband's name. Though we haven't spent much time together, I know you must be golden too. Valeska would never choose anything less. I look forward to many years with you both. I can't wait to see the way your love shines every day. Here's to smiling in the sunshine and making life golden. Cheers to the couple. Oh my god. We want the gossip. I like pause my microphone so that I could hack. Yeah, so my whole toast was based around the sun, right? Because yeah, because truly I have never met someone, and I can't imagine I would ever meet someone else who is as bright and positive and such just like a strong presence in my life and in everyone's lives that she meets. Hi. Um it's insane. And I was talking with one of the bridesmaids during the thing, during the bachelorette, and she was like, "Yeah, I remember meeting Valeska and thinking, well, that can't possibly, she can't be that nice. That like can't be real." And then I kept seeing her over and over again, and it was always the same. She's always like this. Sorry, my coughing. Um, yeah, and so everyone everyone knows that that's just like who she is, and that's what they some of the bridesmaids told me afterwards. They were like, "Oh my god, you captured her perfectly," and I was like, "Thank you." um so yeah, I wanted to write something that encapsulated her, especially because I don't know her husband very well. We've hung out like a few times, um but every time we do end up hanging out, I feel like I'm never there long enough to like really get to know him. And I know that I will. I do like him. But yeah. That was my speech. I compared her to the sun. And yeah. Oh my god. Oh man, guys. I feel rough. Oh. Anyway. Thank you for listening to me yap for an hour because I unfortunately couldn't watch my things. Um, I'm like I looked at my schedule and I'm kind of hoping that what is it, next Saturday? Yeah, maybe next Saturday I can film those reactions. What's nice is that if I can get the setup, there's a hummingbird outside my window. Sorry. Um, if I can get that set up, hopefully I can like just like do them all in one day, film them all in one day, and then use the week to like edit them and get them up. I know it's been a while. Well, I was like, when did I take? Thank you, thank you. Um, it's 10 o'clock. I'm thinking, when did I take my dose of Dayquil? No, I'm not due. I'm not due for more. It just feels like I should be. Um, yes. So, thank you. Yes, thank you for joining me for the chat. Thank you for humoring me and listening to me. For my patrons, I will upload. Oh, I need to ask Nadia to send me the photo booth picture, but I will upload those pictures, and I hope that you enjoyed yourselves, even with my technical difficulties. And I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend, and that your week is easy, and that you stay happy and healthy, and healthier than me. I'm hoping this will clear up within the next like day or two, but who knows. Um, okay, I moved my mouse to the correct position. Thank you so much. I missed you all very much. I always do. Okay.